So here we have this VCE Link 2-in-1 wire stripper and cutter. Now this thing works pretty well, but it does have one problem. So let me give you a closer look at it. Alright, so this thing's pretty sturdy. This handle here is a hardened plastic and the other one is metal. It has a cutter down below right here for cutting wires. It pretty easily cuts stranded wire as well as solid wire, no problems here. Then on the top here is the main part, which is the wire stripper. It has this pretty handy piece here that lets you set a specific depth so you can strip wires to consistent lengths. And then on the top here is a knob you can use to adjust the spring tension. This thing works really well for stripping solid wire. Just insert the wire into the cutter and then squeeze the two triggers. And you can see it cuts through the rubber and then stops when it gets to the harder copper. And then the blades move backwards, pulling off the insulation. You can see it does give the wire a really small nick, but it's such a small nick that it really doesn't matter. Anyway, you can also strip multiple wires at once. Then use this to pull those off. It's just really quick to use. You just stick it in there, pull the trigger, and it strips it to the right length. Super easy. But when it comes to stranded wire, that's where there's a bit of a problem. I'll go ahead and try and strip it here. And you can see here it cut a few wires on this side as well as this side. I tried adjusting the tension on it to see if it would work a bit better, but there's only so much you can go before it just starts to slip like this. The least I've gotten it down to is about 1 or 2 wires on each side, which in most cases, and in my opinion, is just not acceptable. So yeah, it works really well for solid wires, just super quick and easy to use, and that depth feature is super useful. But I can't say I recommend it for stranded wire because at least in my testing, it does cut some of the wires.